Good evening, everyone. This is Ben from BR Solutions on my Sunday evening blog. And in front of me is a laptop with a Toshiba, which is getting on a little bit in age, but I wanted to show you that some people at the moment haven't got the money to buy a new laptop, but there is ways to make this machine a better machine than it actually is. In theory, this machine is not actually a bad spec, because it's actually a Core 2 Duo. No, it's actually a Core i3, so it's actually better than a Core 2 Duo. And it's actually got 6 gig of RAM, DDR3. It's running Windows 7, but can be upgraded to Windows 10. It's not in bad condition, the keyboard's in pretty good condition for its age. And what I can show you, what I quite like about Toshiba is I've always had quite a passion for Toshiba. It's a quite well-made laptop, so if I shut it down, the lid, it's quite a strong laptop. It's got quite well made. But the good thing about Toshiba, if I turn it back on the back, there's quite a lot of accessibility of doing the upgrades on them. So if I just flip up the back, and you can see there, it's got the mechanical hard drive in it at the moment, which I would recommend to the person whose laptop this is, to upgrade it to an SSD, which we're going to do for this client of mine, to make this machine a lot faster than it actually is. It has got one stick of 2, one stick of 4, but if you really want to take this machine really up to the next level, I'll change that to 2 4s to make it 8. But it will run Windows 10 comfortably on 6 gig of RAM. You only need 4 really, but I would recommend minimum of 6, especially. But with an SSD, that does make a difference. It makes the speed a lot more quicker anyway. Also, this is a major killer of machines as well. Clean out the dust. It's got a bit of dust around there. Just check into the fan. We'll actually clean out the fan as well. We'll do a full refurbish on this. Clean the fan out. Another thing to consider is also, it's not an expensive change. It's changing this for a new battery as well. Because what happens over time, the battery wears out of life. And it's not an expensive part. Normally, a battery for this is about £20, £25 for a good replica battery, which will give the machine at least 4 to 5 hours worth of charge, instead of this battery, which is a little bit tired. It can only give the customer only an hour to an hour and a half at the most. So that's the main changes this machine can have, and it'll bring it back to life quite a lot. And it'll save the customer a lot of money buying a new machine or a refurbished machine, because actually what we're doing is we're actually refurbishing his own machine, which I do, as I said on other videos, which I do for my clients anyway. I buy in with high quality refurbished machines and refurbish them for them. But most of my machines are Dells and HP. Can't get hold of many Toshibas now, because unfortunately Toshiba haven't made a laptop for about 3 or 4 years now, so getting hold of a Toshiba refurbish is pretty hard. But I would normally stick with my Dell and HP range. But if a customer brings in a good quality machine like this, an i3 or an i5 Toshiba, which has got the minimum of 6 gig, I would be happy enough to upgrade this machine and put a new battery in it, a new hard drive, and this will last them for at least another couple more years of life. It'll run Windows 10 without any problems at all, and it's still good quality machine, well made, well built. So I like to give you tips like this, because I don't like throwing things away, and this machine's too good to throw away. I mean, it's not worth a lot of money. I mean, even if we had the SSD put in it, it'd still only be worth about £100, but it's still good quality computer, and I would be happy enough to sell this on to anyone if anyone wanted to buy it. So I know that I don't give you any information I don't believe in. So it's just a quick video today, just to give you tips on what can be done. The most important thing when I finish this video off is that make sure you're running Windows 10 on an older machine like this, to upgrade the RAM to between 6 and 8 gig. Upgrade the hard drive to SSD, change the battery. Other thing to look out for, if I turn the Toshiba around, sometimes it's not a dear, if I just flip the lid up, it's not a dear repair either. It's sometimes change the keyboard. Sometimes the keys wear out on these, The keyboard for this is about £20, so it's not a horrendous amount of money to put a new keyboard on this. But this keyboard's fine, it's in good condition still, but sometimes the keys wear out. It's quite common on a Toshiba. Also, sometimes the screens have a crack or a line on them. Still not a dear repair. It's about £30 part for this. So all the parts for this Toshiba laptop are quite cheap. Sometimes these buttons go, good click on these buttons still, but sometimes one of these sort of the spring underneath goes. But this person's looked after this laptop, so the springs are still pretty good life. Still not a dear repair either. Probably about £20 or £30 part for this, the palm rest replacement. So normally it's quite a cheap recondition repair on the Toshiba, and I recommend them to a lot of people. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it interesting, and I'll speak to you all very soon.